do this with you. So you have the option of buying 350 grams for $3.99, or you pay $4.89 per pound. Okay, those are your options. And some of you are working and you're converting and you're getting there, but I think it's just wrapping it up is your issue here. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to figure out the price per $100 for both. And remember, when it's money, I always want you to have dollars on top and the quantity you're buying, right? It could be grams, it could be kilograms, whatever, it goes at the bottom. So this is in general when you're comparing. Always remember money on top, quantity at the bottom at the end of the day. It's the best way to do it. So I'm going to focus on this here. I have this in grams already. Over here I have something pounds. So because this is already in grams, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to say it's $3.99 for 350 grams. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to convert anything here. I'm just going to figure out the price for 100 grams. It's a little different. The approach here. Okay? So you basically cross multiply and divide. So X is going to be 100 times 399 divided by 350. So that would be 399 divided by 350. So this ends up being $1.14 is the price here, right? So technically you're paying $1.14 for 100 grams. You can state it like this. Or we got to do a little bit of conversion on the other side because we've got pounds. So I'm going to convert my pounds to, what do I need to convert it to? Grams, right? That's what I'm going to do. So 1 pound, what are my conversion rates here? I know that 1 kilogram has 2.2 pounds. Cancel that out. I know that, well, now that I have kilograms, I know that 1 kilogram has 1,000 grams. Cancel that out. Okay, so now I'm going to convert all of this. At the top, I basically have 1,000. At the bottom, you have 2.2. Okay. So basically, if you multiply across the top, it's 1,000 grams. At the bottom, you have 2.2. So you just divide that. Okay, so it's 1,000 divided by 2.2. So that's roughly 454.5454 something grams. So you've converted here. Now you know that now I can do the same thing that I did on this side. If it costs $4.89, right, for 454.5454 grams, I'm going to figure out how much is it going to cost me to buy 100 grams even. And I'll tell you the shortcut after this, okay? So it's 100 times that divided by 454.5454, and that keeps going. Okay, I'm using all decimals as I'm walking to the final answer. So it's essentially, I'm going to go borrow that answer. It's $1.08, right? That's my answer that I get there. So this answer, this side here is $1.08 per 100 grams. That's basically what you found. Okay. So now you need to compare which one am I going to take. Obviously, I'm going to take the second option. So I ran out of room here, so I'm going to do that here. Option B, right? The 489 per pound is my better option. By, just subtract them, right? What are we at? 6 cents. 6 cents per 100 grams is what I'm saving if I go with option B. So that was a little bit of a do you want me to give you the, I'm going to try to give you the shortcut here at the top. Here, price per 100 grams, if you want that shortcut. If you need to figure out the price per 100 grams, just go price divided by grams times 100. That is the fastest way of doing this. Okay? Per 100 grams. So you just go price divided by the grams. So you're going to have to do some converting if you don't have grams, and then multiply your answer by 100, and then you get it. Because remember, that's all we kept on doing. We divided these two and we multiplied it by 100. So that's another option for you. Continue with 2 and just do some scale factor questions, okay? On scale diagrams. So if you go to page 25, if you continue here on a plan, the actual length is 5 feet and is represented by 5 inches. Actual, then we're gonna use the word diagram in this case. It says to state the scale. So the scale is just diagram compared to actual. We're given both, right? So we're gonna go 5 inches, comparing that to 5 feet. This is okay to keep it like that. For B, what's the scale factor? That's a different story. In this case, they give you both of these. Remember, there's always 3 components for the scale factor. They give you both of these. They give you diagram, and they give you the actual. Let's convert. We know that 1 foot has 12 inches. This cancels out, and that's 5 over 60. Did I tell you the trick about the calculator reducing your fractions? Did I? I showed you, right? So 5 divided by 60, you go math, fraction, enter. If you like reducing, either one is fine. Okay, either one is fine. We're just going to leave it like that. C, explain if the plan was an enlargement or reduction. I like to convert that. That's 0.08, right? If you just turn it into a decimal. Therefore, it is a reduction. Are you familiar with that notation? Oops. The three dots is therefore in math. I don't know if your teachers ever told you that. It is a reduction since k is less than 1. Okay? All right? My next, this one here, I'm going to end with this. Most likely, a floor plan for an apartment. A floor plan for an apartment shows a rectangular master bedroom of 5 centimeters by 4.5 centimeters. So that's what? That's our diagram, correct? Our diagram shows that it is 5 centimeters by 4.5 centimeters. We know that the actual bedroom is going to be much larger. Okay. However, in this case, we know how we got from here to here, right? They tell us the scale factor, and the scale factor is 0.02. That's gold. If they give you the scale factor, that's very important. Do you know how to state that as a fraction? That'd be what? 2 over 100. But you can leave it as 0.02. There's nothing wrong with it. Again, calculator is going to help you. Watch this. 0.02 math fraction. It's the equivalent of 1 over 50, right? 2 over 100 is the same thing as 1 over 50. So that's also there for you to use if you want to use that function. So there's a length and there's a width. There's a length and there's a width. They want both of these dimensions in meters. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this one. Scale factor is diagram over actual. Whenever there's a scale factor question, start with this. So I'm going to convert the lengths from here to here. Okay, so I'm going to go scale factor, which is 2 over 100, is equal to, the diagram has a length of 5 centimeters. I'm going to figure out the length of the actual. All I have to do is 5 times 100 divided by 2. What do I get there? 250? 250 centimeters? Can you convert that to meters just like that? What is it? Divided by 100? Divided by 100, right? So it's 2.5 meters is the length of the actual room, okay? And then we're going to work with the width. We're going to repeat the process. 2 over 100. The width is 4.5. The diagram always goes at the top on the top shelf, okay? We're going to figure out the width. We can cross multiply and divide. 4.5 times 100 divided by 2. And that gives us 2.25. Sorry, 225 centimeters, which is 2.25 meters. So the actual room measures 2.5 by 2.25 meters. And it all started, I will highlight that again, right? It all started with the scale factor and the fact that they gave us one of the numbers on the right side of that equation. I need you to understand this though. Could you have just kept it at 0.02 and just plugged in 0.02 over here? Yes, okay. Why are you using fractions? Because down the road, they'll be a bit uglier fractions and we might have to square them or cube them. So I like to stay with fractions so we don't lose any decimal places. Okay. Before you pack, I'd like you to try 26 and 29. So I'm going to go to page 26, and on 26, just say, let's write down the date, maybe February 10th. I want you to try pages 26. And 29, and then watch video on page 27. Yeah.
Can you go back to question 2?
Yep. Can I just say one thing about the video? Guess what? Look, I'm coming along with the times. There's a QR code. You scan that, it's going to take you to the lesson, right? This is going to show you how to make a scale diagram, right? A scale diagram is where everything is changed by the same amount compared to the actual. Question 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you just want to copy it? Okay, got it.